This is Marcy Anderson with the Fishing Report for Southeast Kentucky. The wild swings in weather continues to impact the fishing in area water bodies. From the forecast, it looks like temperatures will be a little bit more consistent, which will help the bite pick back up. On Lake Cumberland, water temperatures are running in the mid-50s. Smallmouth bass are keyed in on secondary points, so target those areas using jerk baits. Largemouth bass are in the back portions of the creeks and around woody structure. On the tailwater, the generation schedule is being a little bit more angler-friendly, with flows being lower in the afternoons and weekends. Brook trout were recently stocked in the tailwater, so anglers may encounter better numbers of those. Just a reminder, brook trout are regulated with a 15-inch minimum size limit and a 1-fish daily creel limit on the Cumberland tailwater. At Del Hollow, water temperatures are in the mid-50s and colored water areas are being more productive when it comes to picking up bass. Bass can be found along rock walls, main lake points, and in shallow cover. Smallmouth bass are being picked up on jerk baits in 10 to 20 feet of water on the points and bluff walls, and largemouth bass can be targeted using jigs and crankbaits in cover in the creeks in 5 to 15 feet of water. Bluegill and red ear sunfish are being picked up on shallow flats in less than 10 feet of water using redworms. On Cedar Creek, the bass bite is starting to heat up, with fish being picked up on crankbaits. The lake still has a lot of color to it, and the temperatures are running in the low 50s. With the recent stockings of trout in the streams, this is just a reminder that catch and release season is still in effect through the end of March for several streams in the district, so be sure to check the fishing guide before heading out on the water. So as always, good luck and good fishing.
This is Jason Russell with your Eastern District Fishing Report. Army Corps lakes across the district are all within 1 foot of winter pool levels, with most showing some downstream releases. Water color remains stained at nearly all locations. Water temperatures have been holding stable in the lower 50s, but expected to cool back down some this week with low overnight temperatures. Fishery crews have been surveying walleye recently across the state. Walleye spawns are now at their peak. Most larger females have already spawned, while smaller to mid-sized females and males continue to run. Recent surveys on Carr Creek Lake have shown good numbers of males and females up to 7 pounds on the bank, on laydown timber and rocky banks. Anglers are also reporting success on the North Fork of Kentucky River, catching native walleye from 19 to 26 inches in size. Larger females here have not been as numerous, and this fork has a protective slot limit regulation in place. White bass are beginning to stage in lower area stream reaches in preparation for spring spawn runs. As stream temperatures start to warm back up in the coming weeks, be sure to check in on your favorite white bass stream to cash in on some of the action. Redbuds are just starting to bud out. Watch for the timing of full redbud bloom to see the best action with white bass runs. Good areas to try locally are Johns Creek in the uppermost headwaters of Dewey Lake, as well as the Leviza Fork in the first couple of shoals above Fish Trap Lake in Pike County. Recent surveys have also shown large-sized crappie and largemouth bass making their way to more shallow bank line structure, such as laydowns, treetops, as well as stake beds. Few large crappie are being caught at Paintsville Lake up to 15 inches. Look for remnant weed beds on shallow shelves, near channel drop-offs, as well as submerged trees. If you haven't done so already, remember to renew your fishing license before heading out.
Hi, this is Eric Cummins with your Southwest Kentucky Fishing Report. Barren and Green River Lakes are both at or kind of nearish winter pool, but are now on the filling schedule. Bass have been good with spinner baits, shallow running crankbaits, especially red ones, or tossing jigs or swim baits near the creek mouths or over those shallower points. Crappie are on the move, but in somewhat shallower, but still suspended in about 10 to 15 foot of water on the main lake of both of those lakes. Walleye at Green River Lake and Nolin are on their way back to the reservoir. Some males are still hanging on the pea gravel banks or riffles. White bass are on the move upstream, with males starting to set up on the riffles. Females are still a ways away, it seems, from moving up in the Barren River, Nolin, and Green River, and then also those tributaries like Skaggs Creek, Beaver Creek, or Robinson Creek. Stream fishing is also perking up as well for bass, rock bass, and catfish. Especially with our normalish flows right now is a good time to take advantage of that. Be reminded, Roundstone Creek and Metcalfe County Lake will be stocked with trout on Wednesday the 20th. The remainder of the trout streams in southwest Kentucky will be stocked next Tuesday on the 26th. As always, good luck and good fishing, and be sure your life jacket's got your back.
This is Caleb Bentley with the Kentucky Stocking Report. This week across the state, we stocked rainbow trout, brown trout, and brook trout. Rainbow trout were stocked in Fisherman's Park Lake, both number 3 and number 4, Cherokee Lake, Waverly Park Lake, Panther Creek Park Lake, Yellow Creek Park Lake, Madisonville City Park Lake, Lake Montgomery, Kess Creek Park Lake, Rotary Park Lake, Mike Miller Park Lake, James D. Beeville Park Lake, Roundstone Creek, Metcalfe County Lake, Alexandria Community Park Lake, Camp Ernst Lake, and Leary Lake. Brown trout were stocked in Nolan Lake tailwaters and Roundstone Creek. Brook trout were stocked in the Cumberland tailwaters. Good luck fishing and stay safe.